Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, you're listening to World Combat Sports. Today, I'm waiting on a special guest. But first, I want to thank everybody that's in the building. Kind of Local Sports. Salute to you. Real talk. Thanks for everything. You know what it is. I am waiting for more individuals to come in. Tonight, we have Team Teofimo Lopez on deck. And of course, I'm waiting for him. He's a busy man. So I'm trying to wait for him to tune in and click the link. You know how it goes, people. So just give me a moment. If you're in the building, hit the like button for me. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. If you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. D Hodges in the building. Salute to you. Waiting to ask these questions. Interview, on the eve of Teofimo Lopez's next fight. He'll be fighting October 17th against Vasiliy Lomachenko, the current unified lightweight champion. Teofimo Lopez is the current IBF lightweight champion, and they'll be fighting for all the marbles. You know what I'm saying? That is including the franchise belt. So it's for all the marbles, y'all. So hopefully he's able to click the link and join me on this interview on time. I know they're busy. They're in fight camp right now, preparing for one of the biggest fights of the year, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what it's about, especially when it comes to the sport of boxing. Especially when you're talking about unifying the entire division. So that's the big deal. That is absolutely a big deal for Team Teofimo Lopez, man. Just a little bit of backstory. I just text him while I'm waiting. I had the opportunity of, covering Teofimo Lopez back in Texas, when he fought Diego Magdaleno, had a grand time. It was one of the best media events I was able to cover. I learned a lot on that night. It was a lot of work. I had the opportunity to meet some great fighters on that night, because it was a big deal. Even though it wasn't a title fight, it was a big deal. A lot of animosity between the teams, which led up to the fight. But more so, I was able to, get to know Teofimo's family a little bit better, be able to move with them when they was, going different places. I was able to meet his manager, David McWhorter, had the opportunity to eat lunch with him a couple of times, and then also with Teofimo's family. Now, he may not remember, but I do. I got the pictures and everything. And it was a grand experience for me. I'm not going to lie to you. It was a grand experience for me. I truly appreciate it. I mean, I can't say thank you enough, but, I had the opportunity to get exclusive. I actually was able to do my first ring walk, with Teofimo Lopez on that night, covering media. Shout out to Top Rank. They do it different. I'm telling you, Top Rank do it different. Kano said, D Hodges said 2 days for the fight. Who you got? Well, to be honest with you, D Hodges, I definitely would take care of that after the interview. I really don't want to talk about or elaborate into the other fights that's coming on, this weekend. I'm definitely going to touch bases on them, though, Kano said, I got Charlo beating Lomachenko dude and Rosario winning the other one. Yeah, man. 101, what's good? Salute to you. Yeah, man. Lomachenko was down in the first round against Gennady Golovkin, so he can be dropped. So we're gonna see what Charlo has to offer to Sergey Lomachenko early in the fight. Of course, that's going to be his strongest, but that doesn't mean anything, you know. But Lomachenko was down early in that Gennady fight. So we're going to see if Charlo can go in there and basically reciprocate the same action, but you know, potentially stop Sergey Lomachenko and send a message. You know what I'm saying? Send a message that, you know, he's on another level than, you know, his compeers in the division. And also when it comes down to Male Charlo, man, Male Charlo and Rosario is a big fight, y'all. That's a huge fight. Male Charlo and Rosario, everybody's talking about it. You know, it's a big deal. Unification bout at junior middleweight. So many people are looking forward to this fight. Brown, what's good? Everybody in the building. I'm just waiting for hopefully I'm waiting for them to show up. You know how training is. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, man, a lot of people waiting to see more so Jermell Charlo and Jason Rosario. Why? Because it's a lot of suspense and intrigue to that fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that's going on with the individual who win that fight, who they may face potentially after that. You know what I'm saying? Who's next in line? From my understanding, you know, I'm hearing that Erickson Lubin is not next in line for the winner. You know, so it all depends. It all depends, man. I'm hearing Erickson Lubin is not in line to face the winner. I heard that hold on for a second. Make sure you hit the like button, those of you that's in the building. Appreciate that, Cono Loco. Appreciate the donation. Just let Teofimo know I've been said he would KO Loma for months. I'll definitely let him know that, man. Definitely. So from what I'm hearing, I'm about to double check that before I even speak on it. I heard it's going to be a different, you know, opponent when it comes down to facing the winner of Male Charlo and Rosario. It's not going to be per se Erickson Lubin. That's what I'm hearing, y'all. That's what I'm hearing. Come on there, Team Lopez. Let's pull up, pull up. Let me check my phone. Tom Brown said the IBF mandatory is fighting on the undercard in a stay busy fight. Yeah, man. I'm hearing it's not Erickson Lubin, though. Even though I would want Lubin to step in there, I don't think he's ready. So who was the next opponent that they said potentially may be the one that's stepping in there with the winner? I can't remember, man. I cannot remember. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the fight, to be honest with you. Of everything, I'm looking forward to that particular fight, the junior middleweight fight. That's what I want to see. Even though they make it into two cards, still, it's really one card. They're going to take an intermission after the first card, and then, you know, they're going to allow the next card to commence. That's how it's going to play out. But appreciate that info, Tone. Y'all put y'all predictions both for the boxing card, and also are you going to check out you know, the UFC card that's going on. The press conference has been good for the UFC 253. They've been at each other's throats, man. It's done got personal. Talking about each other's mothers. You know what I'm saying? The boys ain't playing, you know. Let me see who over here. Yeah, but y'all be patient, man. Hopefully, this interview doesn't fall out, because you can only imagine how many people are actually looking for, you know, for this interview. So y'all be patient, man. That's how it goes in the media business, man. It's no thing. That's how it goes, bro. So I just hope he, you know, drop through, period. D Hard just say he got the dark guy. I mean, shoot. Both of them almost semi-complexion when it comes to Jermell Charlo and Jason Rosario. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's plenty of fights on there, unless you're talking about Maul and Darrianchenko. You know, that's different. Carlos say, man, this is normal. All my interviews never start on time. For sure, man. I'm just eager to see what's on their mind, you know, and chat it up. Oh, well, MMA has too many fights on the card, man. The UFC has too many fights on the card for you to pick, you know, just the fighter that's black. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're talking about the main event, that means that you'll be talking about Israel Adesanya then. You'll be talking about Israel Adesanya. But really, you know, the co-main event, Dominic Reyes against Jan Blachowicz, is going to be a good fight too. Light heavyweight title championship, vacated by John Jones, considerably the GOAT. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. But man, a lot of people believe that, you know, you hearing that Mel Charlo may stop Rosario. Rosario may freaking drop Mel Charlo. You know, it won't go the distance. A lot of people not giving this fight credit for going the distance, man. They say it's going to end early. It said it might be a lot of adversity where both fighters are on the canvas. If that's the case, man, it's only good for boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's only good for boxing if that's the case. Yeah, the middleweight championship, man, is the main event for UFC 253. And then the co-main event is for the light heavyweight championship. Tone said he got Rosario by late stoppage. A lot of people giving Rosario hope, man. I'm telling you, Rosario had a solid camp. I heard he had a solid camp, you know, his last fight. But I heard he had a full, solid camp this time around. You know what I'm saying? Everything looking good so far. You know, they on deck. And it should be a damn good fight, man. A lot of people are giving Rosario that attention. You know what I'm saying? Both fighters have taken a loss, of course. Mel Charlo lost via decision. You know, Rosario, he faced adversity in his loss. It's all going to come down to this junior middleweight fight, man. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice, man. I think it's going to be, I wouldn't say a sleeper, but I think it's going to be a lot more entertaining than people believe. You know, Rosario, size for size with Mel Charlo, matches up real nice. Real nice. You know what I'm saying? Size for size. He's not a small junior middleweight. He matches up real nice. It's going to come down to power. Okay. Who's able to basically establish that respect early? It's going to all be about timing. You know, the offensive strategy of both fighters. Who has the better ring IQ early in the fight? Because early in the fight is really going to play a significant role. You know what I'm saying? Who can establish the momentum early? And that's going along with damage too. You know, who can land the more effective shots early, man, and earn that respect? That's big. Can Jermell Charlo handle the power of Jason Rosario? Can Rosario handle the power of Jermell Charlo? Jason Rosario is no Tony Harrison. I believe Tony Harrison is a better boxer than Rosario, but ultimately we know Rosario has he's bigger, and plus he has more power than Tony Harrison. And I don't, you know, it'll be a fool of me to say that Rosario is going to be looking out into the crowd playing around. I don't see Rosario losing focus during this fight. That's a plus in my opinion. One-on-one say, WCS, where did all this confidence come from? Rosario said he wasn't ready for Charlo after he best J-Rock. Well, from my understanding, what I was told from a source, that he didn't say that. The interpreter was absolutely subpar in delivering the translation. I was told that it was just the opposite. You know what I'm saying? I was told it was the opposite. Real talk. I was told that, yeah, he didn't have a problem facing Charlo next. That's what I was told. I was told that it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say, you know, the interpreter, you know, did a poor job with translation, and you know how that can go sometime. Yes, it's difficult with these translators, man. Are they on their job or what? Are they thorough or what, man? I'm still waiting for Operation Takeover to get on deck. Shout out to Jahai White. You know, I was able to interview him the other day. I do have some other interviews lined up. You just have to give me time, be patient, especially with this one, being that everybody's won that shot. So hold up for a second. Let me check something out right quick. Okay, he's Colonel, so I hate these translators, man. They make me sick. They should hire me to translate. Hey, man, you know, you have to put on a suit, Colonel. I don't know if you want to put on a suit, big dog. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to let you wear the baseball cap, man, and just chill. They're going to have you dress up in a suit, 3-piece, you know, get your hair done and all that, put on makeup so you can look good for the camera. 8 say, what do you think about Adesanya Costa? I love the fight, man. I love the matchup. They both undefeated. It's going to be a barn burner. It's going to be epic. Is Adesanya's trying to build up the usual lead up, talk trash, you know, and so forth, and then he's giving it right back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he ain't playing around, but it's hard to say, man. I have it as a 50-50 fight because both of these individuals can throw down. I didn't like the way that Adesanya did it. How he went in there and defended his title against Joel Romero. He said he was going to be the first one to stop him, and it was one of the most boringest middleweight fight I've seen in the UFC period. So I was kind of like, I fell back a little bit more from Adesanya because I really wasn't sold on him. I was looking for him to own up to his words and go in there and battle. Even though Romero is a dangerous fighter, he's 42 years old. Adesanya is still young in the game. Yoel Romero is 42 years old. I think Adesanya could have went in there and proved the point. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, he wanted to be the first one to stop him, and he didn't even come close. Like the first minute and a half or two, no one even threw a strike. It was bad. It was really bad. You know what I'm saying? And then Paulo Costa, he really balloons up during the fight and have to drop all that weight. I'm not sure how much that's going to affect him when it comes down to attrition on who has the better endurance to take it on to the championship rounds, which is the 4th and 5th round. And we'll see how that rolls out, man. Both of these guys are highly skilled on the feet, right? I would give the advantage to Adesanya, being he was a former kickboxer. And then on the ground, I will give the advantage to Paulo Costa. He's a black belt in BJJ. Adesanya, I'm not sure what he is. He might be a blue belt. From my understanding, he might be a blue belt. But still, it comes down to all-around technique and skill set, take down the fence, and everything else. So we'll check that gas tank out when it comes to Paulo Costa. He's a big dude coming down and fighting at 185. Seriously. Adesanya, he stays around weight. He has a tall frame. So, we'll see how that works out. But I have it as a 50-50 fight, man. Who do I want to win? I think Adesanya earned it, man. But really, I want to see some adversity. I want to see Paulo Costa, I might want to see Paulo Costa go in there and get it done. The reason being is Paulo Costa said if he wins, he's thinking about moving up to light heavyweight and going for that title. You know what I'm saying? He even said he'll challenge John Jones. So I'm really looking forward to see if he can even get the belt at middleweight and then go up to light heavyweight, which he's made. His frame is made for light heavyweight. Real talk. Salute, D-Ray. Salute to you. Boring fight versus Romero. Absolutely. He kind of would BS versus Romero. I agree, man. Did I miss the interview? No. I'm still waiting, man. It's like this sometimes. You have to understand, man. It's September 24th, and the fight is October 17th. So it's a lot going on. So I'm just waiting, man, to see if I will hold down this interview or not. What's going on, Ende? How you feel, bro? Salute to you. That's why I can't touch John Jones. John Jones will go in there and smash you and finish it. Adesanya kind of play too much. Yeah, Adesanya, man, in order for him to really reach the Conor McGregor superstar status, all right, because he has the bravado, he can dance and all that. He has the skill set, the technique. He is a versatile fighter, right? But when it comes down to getting on that Conor McGregor, and I really use him as an example. But in order for Adesanya to go in there and have that Conor McGregor superstardom, he's going to have to do something spectacular in the cage. I'm back. I didn't know what was happening, what's going on with this. I don't know if it's YouTube or whatever. But yeah, he's gonna have to do some on Conor McGregor's level, man, when it comes down to it. Because right now he's going in there winning the fight, and besides that, he needs a performance that's gonna stand out to the crowd. Conor McGregor was able to be two-time champion, at the same time, and it's gonna take that. Plus, he has the bravado, Irishman, he has the mystique, the charisma, machismo, as you call it. Everybody loves him. That's what Israel Adesanya has to a point, but he can't go in there talking and then playing it safe in the cage. He can't do it. Charles Conwell versus Wendy Truson, going to be a great fight October 7th. Absolutely. Battle of the two undefeated. Absolutely, man. Shout out to Charles Conwell, man. I believe he's out there at Soul City, isn't he? Costas Hughes for 185. Yeah, I plan on seeing him move up to light heavyweight. I think Dominic Reyes will win, but Juan Blachowicz is one tough customer. Yeah, man, Dominic Reyes, man, I think the way he sets up everything, you know what I'm saying? The way he goes in there and allow the fight to play out, he's on top of his game, man. Like, he really make it look easy, so to speak. When he was in there with John Jones, the GOAT, I'm talking about the way he was being first with John Jones and keeping him off balance. You know what I'm saying? Whatever John Jones thought he was going to do to Dominic Reyes, he had to rethink it for the first 3 rounds. Not until the end of the 3rd round. John Jones went in for a takedown almost at the bell. And he didn't do, he wasn't able to get any type of damage, but he was able to get the takedown. And that was it. No damage. But the 4th and the 5th, he had more success. But I'm going to tell you, Dominic, with those inside, outside lead leg kicks, combine that with his punches. He knew when to kick at the right time and a low calf kick, and then he knew when to throw high kicks. And his hands was not bad. For a previous football player, his hands wasn't that bad, y'all. Seriously, his hand wasn't that bad. His boxing is pretty decent. Mixed martial arts boxing is different than boxing in general. Boxing that you practice in mixed martial arts is different than mainstream boxing. Real talk. It is absolutely different. People need to understand. It's different. It's a difference when you're throwing your punches in mixed martial arts, not to overcommit, set yourself up for a takedown. You have to gauge the distance for which you are throwing the strike. All of that, man. In boxing, you might put together a 4 to 6 punch combination. But in mixed martial arts, you might throw 2 punches with a kick and then a hook and then a low calf kick or a thigh kick or a front kick. All that shit is set up in different combination sets, man. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight, man. I ended to say salute my brother, Worldcombatsports. Appreciate you, man. Now, with Dominic Reyes, if he's able to win, I'm pretty sure he's going to try to stay at light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him going anywhere else. I see him trying to stay there and defend his title as multiple times as possible. And we'll see what happens from there, man. I don't see him moving up to heavyweight anytime soon. You got some heavy hitters up there. Outside of Stipe Miocic, man, when it comes down to it, whoever wins that fight between Dominic Reyes and Juan Blachowicz, guess what? They might be facing Anthony Rumble Johnson up the line. He's on his way back to contend at the light heavyweight division. From my understanding, I believe. I think he's coming back to contend at the light heavyweight division. So whoever's the champion will have to worry about hard-hitting Rumble Johnson. And then, you have Thiago Santos is there, after he is back in the shoot, man, his knee heals up properly. He gets the recovery time in. face a soft touch opponent, get his rhythm back, because his knee was shredded from that John Jones fight. Absolutely shredded. You know how good John Jones is when he vacates the title and he's still the top #1 pound for pound. You know what I'm saying? He still sits atop the #1 pound for pound, and he hasn't even fought a heavyweight or none of that. So, okay. Y'all bear with me, man. I think he's inbound. Hopefully everything work out great. And, you know, but definitely, y'all stay tuned. I think he's inbound right now. I think he might be inbound right now. We'll see what's up. Hold on for a second. But yeah, I just got a text, so he should be inbound from my understanding. We will see. So hopefully that's the case, people. You know, be patient. Hit the like button on your way in the building. Those of you that's tuned in and support World Combat Sports, appreciate it from the live chat. But it's a heavy fight weekend, man. And the UFC and Showtime, man, they're gonna be battling for these numbers, yo. It's gonna be a battle for these numbers. Real talk. It's gonna be a battle. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people thought that the UFC card, since it's in Abu Dhabi, it was going to be in the morning time, but no, for the fighters that's over there, they will have to fight in the morning time, from my understanding. I believe that's how it works. The fighters are going to be fighting in the morning time, and it's going to show over here in the evening around the same time as Showtime fight. So we'll see how that plays out, man. Hey, what do y'all think the numbers are going to be like with the Charlos? You think they're going to be able to, you know, get past 150, 150,000, 200? You think it's going to be a success when it comes to the numbers? Let me know what you think. I don't think it's going to be any 300,000 or anything like that. But, you know, the numbers are going to mean a lot, especially during this pandemic, especially when you have Tank Davis, you know, Tank Davis in the shoot, you know, for October. It's going to tell us a lot, man, because it's a lot of Showtime fighters that's being pushed for PPV. A lot. They're jump starting. The cables are out. They're jump starting their PPV career, you know. Errol Spence, he's coming back again to face Danny Garcia. And we're still in the pandemic, y'all. That's going to be PPV. The Charlo's going to be PPV. Tank Davis. Man, there's so many PBC fighters going to be on PPV. That's telling you something. That's telling you something, man. Deontay Wilder was on pay-per-view. All that. Did y'all watch that fight the other night against Vic Pasilio? He ended up being the winner of that fight against Castanado. I'm not sure what his name. I forgot what his name was. And then Nestor Bravo. You know, Nestor Bravo was in a tough fight against Gallegos. He ended up pulling that out, getting the decision win. So shout out to Nestor Bravo. That was Cano's, one of Cano's fighters. So shout out to him for getting that victory. It was a tough victory. You know what I'm saying? Y'all bear with me, man.
What's going on?
How you feel, man?
I'm feeling great, man. Like every
thank you for dropping in. Real talk, man. How's everything going with the training and all that, man? I know y'all been busy.
Everything's going beautiful. I'm excited. Everybody's excited. Just amazing.
Hey, I remember you speaking about this, man, in Texas at the Diego Magdaleno fight. You know, you pretty much people talk about, you know, how outspoken you are, but yet everything you basically said has come to fruition pretty much. He earned a title in his 15th fight. Now he's fighting for undisputed.
Listen, when you got people out there, okay, they look at me like I'm just a clown, like everything that comes out of my mouth is just BS or whatever it is. Let me tell you something, man. I'm very spiritual. Everything I believe and everything I feel in my chest and I lay it out and I explode becomes a reality. Now, this guy Lomachenko is scared to death, and I could smell it. I could see it in his face. This guy's a joke, and we're gonna show everybody, because they're trying to put this guy like he's one of the greatest fighters in the world. Even comparing him to Muhammad Ali is a disgrace to the sport. Yeah. You know, this guy has no attributes to him except for all that dancing he does in that ring, where people are already going crazy because, oh my God, this guy's unbelievable. And I'll tell you something, my son. That one thing that my son does the best, he adapts quickly. Adapting to a fighter is the most important thing in a fight, and he's done it with everybody. You know, he had a little bit flaws with Nakatani. He wasn't in his right mind at that fight, but we pulled it off. I think he won every round. You sit down. My son never got hit more than one or twice at the same time. Lomachenko gets hit with combinations. He gets hit all the time. They never say nothing about this guy. This guy even has a loss, and they don't even put it on his record sometimes. So, exactly. You know, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? And I know why this is happening. This is happening exactly because God wants everybody to believe that we're going to fight a guy that's unbeatable just to make my son look more special. But come October 17, we're going to make it look so easy, and people are not going to even understand what had just happened. For people to sit down and watch my son fight and not realize what he's doing in there, that's God blinding everybody, you know? And I just laugh sometimes. And come October 17, man, it's going to be amazing. I'm happy. The camp is going unbelievable. No injuries. He's looking sharp. We are ahead of schedule because he was never at this weight when we was to fight Commey, you know. Okay. So I got to give a shout out to his nutritionists, Perfecting Athletes, because they're doing a great job and it's showing. You know, I'm very happy with his weight right now. He's at 148, and you know, when we maybe like a pound or 2 pounds from what we have to be by next week. So, you know, it's just basically the weight is going to be beautiful. He's not going to be dehydrated. He's going to be a solid 135-pounder on fight night.
Hey, let me ask you this there, Senior. You know, that Nakatani fight, you know, he ended up making changes And like you said, he adapted. What did he see mostly that he had to adapt to, you know, when facing Nakatani? You know, did he tell you anything in the corner? I know he was a taller fighter, rangier fighter, but what was one of the conversations y'all had?
I told my son, you got to find your distance. You got to get in the inside. You got to stop fighting this guy from the outside. For some reason, he wanted to fight him from the outside. You know, a tall, lengthy guy, you know, strong. He came in to win. This guy, if you see this guy when he was in the back before the fight, this guy wasn't even stretching or warming up. This guy was meditating. You know, this is what these Japanese guys do. You know, but ask anybody, and I tell anybody right now, find out where Nakatani is right now. Okay, we got him out of the sport because that's something I would never want for any boxer. You know, because I got to think about my son as well. But correct. Nakatani suffered an injury in his brain, and he cannot fight because of that injury.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Okay,
yes, and nobody knew this. You know, the fighter, I think his name was they used to call him Max.
Maxim Dedichev?
Yeah, the guy that died.
Yeah, Maxim Dedichev.
Before my son's fight, a good friend of mine, and I was walking out and I saw him. I saw him sitting down. You know, when you're getting ready for and your music is playing and you're sitting down. Him sitting down with his head like he was telling me, don't let me go out there, man. I don't want to fight. I don't want this fight. Like that's what it looked like, you know. And I was the last one to say what's up to him. You know, I went up to him just right before he walked out, and he was sitting down. He didn't look good. He looked dehydrated. I mean, the guy only gained like 1 or 2 pounds. But right after he died, and my son's fight came in, you know, because it got delayed a little bit. We fought Nakatani. Nakatani went to the hospital right after him. You know, he wasn't feeling good. He wasn't looking straight, and he collapsed on the seat. And he was talking in Japanese. He was telling the people, "I can't see. I see blurry. I don't feel good." And they took him.
Man, that hasn't hit the media too much, though, Senior. That hasn't hit the media a lot. But I guess the dehydration part is big now. You know, people should take that in consideration.
Yeah, you know, we hydrate good, you know. With the Commey fight, my son hydrated up to like 11 pounds. We just had to lose 1 pound right before the fight. You know, so he woke up early, he lost 1 pound, and he made the weight because it was the IBF, you know. So, you know, they have the rules that you can't go over the 10-pound limit. So my son never goes up he doesn't go up that much, you know. Fight night, I think he'll probably be at a comfortable 142, 141. So, you know, what is it? The fight is at 135, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll go up like 10 pounds, like 146, 147.
Okay.
For the fight.
So there's no rehydration clause and everything. All right.
It's no, not for this fight. For this fight, he could go in at 150, 160, whatever he wants. But I mean, we don't like to gain a lot of weight. You know, we need that. We need to have our body at a comfortable weight so he could be, you know, dynamic and quick and fast and be able to adjust to Lomachenko quickly.
Hey, when did you all find out that you know, you would be fighting for the franchise belt? And when did you come to a point, being that you've been in boxing for a while, Senior, you know what I'm saying? What's your take on the respect of the franchise belt, being the Canelo and Lomachenko? They really they haven't done anything with the belt. So when did y'all come into understanding that you all be fighting for the belt?
Well, what I would like to tell you is like I was like asking questions, you know, like I always do, and I was asking God, why you doing this to me? You know, everything was walking, everything was raining in the same path that I wanted it to. Why this COVID? And for a while, I didn't trust my God, you know, and then I was like, oh, why are you doing this, man? This guy's gonna get away from us. And bang, it was like a miracle. Like everything that I wanted came to perspective, and God just gave me everything I wanted. And you know, we're still not there yet. We're not in the ring yet.
Yeah,
anything can happen, but I believe everything's gonna be okay. I just don't want people to come saying that he got injured or anything like that, because it's gonna look really bad on him. My son is doing good. We're making sure he doesn't get hurt or nothing. But to your question was, I really thought that we wasn't gonna get the undisputed title. That's what I wanted, because Devin Haney and his people came and messed everything up. They try to get in and try to get a free belt, and screw the whole situation. Everybody knew that Lomachenko was chasing that IBF belt. Everybody knew he was going to beat Luke Campbell, and everybody knew he was going for that IBF belt. That's why we moved to the IBF. We didn't move to the IBF because we were scared of freaking Devin Haney. Devin Haney was Devin Haney was ranked number 4. We was number 2 in the WBC. We went to the IBF because we wanted to fight the man, and the man was Lomachenko. We knew we stood in the WBC. We would never get that chance because Lomachenko was going to fight Luke Campbell.
Okay.
That's why we went to the IBF, because it was easier that route. We had to get something that Lomachenko wanted. And like Lomachenko never wanted to fight my son unless he had a belt, and that's exactly what we did. We went to the IBF. I called it out. It was the 7th fight. When I told this clown, that we was going to take over, that we was going to be world champions in 15 fights, and that we was going to take his neck off in 16 fights. This is a prediction, man. And when you get a prediction like that from a father that knows and has raised his kid 18 years fighting, never changed no trainers or nothing, he was always with me, then you know that I'm saying the truth. This man is going down, bro. And I'm betting all my life on this, man. I'm telling you, man, this fight is going to look easy. Trust me.
So he's going in there to stop it early.
Wrong with Nakatani. Yes, of course. This doesn't belong in that weight division. This guy's old. He's lying to everybody with techniques, with pointing things on the wall. You gotta be kidding me, man. And people are falling for that shit. Especially that breathing under the water stuff. All that stuff is fake, man. But that's what he wants to make everybody believe. All those techniques that his father shows him, I'm going to prove to him that I'm going to take over. All right? So what's going to happen when we beat the shit out of him? That's going to make me better than his father, right?
Yeah.
So he better put those 2 gold medals there too. Because I want 2 gold medals too. They were given to him. You know how they run that stuff, man.
Yeah.
We're ready. We're coming to get him. He said, he says that people that talk a lot.
Wasn't Lomachenko promised the championship fight before he even turned professional? You there, Senior?
Breaking up.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I had to move a little bit.
I said, wasn't Lomachenko promised?
What I'm trying to say is, like, this guy's over here. Well, I didn't hear you. What?
I said, wasn't Lomachenko promised a title fight? All right, hold on for a second. You can't hear me at all?
No, I can hear you now.
I said, wasn't Lomachenko promised a title fight before he turned professional?
Exactly. That's the way they want to run this guy. But he has never faced nobody like my son. That I know for sure. You know what I'm saying? I've been studying him. I've been watching at all his tape. My son doesn't care about it, because my son adapts within the fight. And as long as he knows that I know what I got to do, he's comfortable. So, I've been doing a lot of studying in his tapes. And the guy does the shit back and forth, the same thing, back and forth, the same thing. And that's not going to work with my son because my son adapts to that,
So tell me this, Senior. I heard you say this several times. You all go get the titles. You plan on moving up, not taking any more fights at 35, or do you think you may give Devin Haney a shot with the WBC lightweight title?
Listen, Devin Haney doesn't deserve any title. He has to beat somebody with a pulse, because all these fighters he has faced, Come on, man. Imagine you giving a fight to my son that's number 80 in the freaking planet. That's disgusting, man. You know, and he had problems with that kid. The last kid that he fought. And so basically we don't need it, man, because Francisco Suleiman told me that the franchise belt is gonna be worth more than any other belt in the WBC. So they're making it special. It's a brand new belt. Oh, I forgot to tell you that. They're making a nice brand new belt. It'll be out by October 8th or something. And I can't wait to see it, man. It's gonna be beautiful.
So what prestige happened with the franchise belt? If y'all move up to 140, does it still have any relevance at 140 like it would have at 35 or no?
Well, I believe that once we vacate the 135 weight division, it'll be vacated. And then, they could give Gamboa to Devin Haney and get an easy fight for him. So he could take all the belts. I don't know what we're going to do, man, but we don't care. We live day by day. And, when that day comes, it's up to my son. If the money's right, why not? We'll fight him.
Okay, I feel you there, Senior. That's what I want to hear. I just thought, him being the WBC super title holder in the lightweight division, it'll be a good paycheck for y'all before you step up to 40, because I don't think they're going to be, wanting to fight you at 40 right away.
Yeah, but you don't see the icing in the cake. We go to 140. We could unify that weight division too.
Correct.
He could unify 2 weight divisions in 2 more fights. That's never been done.
Who would y'all go for first, Taylor or Ramirez, if they still champions?
I don't care. Whoever wins.
Oh, you don't care? Okay, I got you.
And remember, Taylor still got to beat that other guy.
Correct.
So we got to see. You got to see the best man wins.
Yeah, he has Kung Fu coming.
We definitely fighting for all the belts at 140. We definitely fighting.
Hey, when did it become personal? I know in NYC, Teofimo, he called Lomachenko a bitch. When did it become personal for Teofimo?
Listen,
he was disrespected.
This story I cannot tell you because they want it on the. Okay. They got an episode going on Top Rank, and it's called Sweat, Blood, and Tears. Okay. I don't know if you heard about it. It's like a 24/7. So they really want me to explain what happened in the hotel and why everything started from that point on.
I got
you. So I'm going to tell them, but I'll tell you a little bit of it. The guy just didn't even recognize me. I mean, he knew who I was, because we've been talking.
Yeah.
Because he knows. And I talk to his manager all the time, and I'm always telling his manager, hey, come on, man, give me Lomachenko. We want him. Come on, we ready for him. And his manager's always telling me, I'm not his coach. Talk to his coach. Talk to his father. Don't talk to me. And look what we got now. So I went up to him. I wanted to shake his hand. I said, hey, what's up, Loma? And he looked at me like I was like a piece of shit, like,
okay,
who's this fake talking to me? Who's this Spanish dude talking to me? Type of thing. He looked at me really bad. So I turned around and I said, you know what? Screw this, man. And I came back and I grabbed him and I said, listen, man, watch my eyes. We're going to take over this fight. Because that's when he was fighting Pedraza, like we did last time with Linares. And then I'm coming after your neck. And that's exactly what happened. We knocked out Mason Menard in a tremendous, sensational way.
Yeah,
and,
first round. Yep.
And I got inside his head because he was trying to knock out Pedraza like a maniac. That's why he got beat up that night.
Yeah.
Man, listen, he was watching the fight in the bar because I couldn't watch that fight. It was boring as hell. So I left with my son, and me and my son were like, I was in the bar, and my son calls me up, right? Because he doesn't drink or nothing. So he's like sitting somewhere else. And he tells me, yo, Dad, look at the fight. And he goes, damn, Dad, you got inside his head, man. You could see like he's desperate to knock this guy out, And that's, he's supposed to have a lot of experience being that he's been fighting for the longest and fighting the whole world, because he's like untouchable. He's fought 400 times and never lost. He only had 1 loss. So, and this guy does not know that if you see a knockout like my son's knockout, you cannot beat that,
Yeah.
Because I know he's weak. He's weak-minded. And I'm gonna get him. And you listen, all my fights I have won before the fight. And this fight, my son is gonna win it before the fight.
I mean, you stay consistent. I give you that, man. You stay consistent.
This guy's scared. This guy's scared. I got inside his head. I could get inside his head again. He's scared because he knows what's coming. He knows he's fighting a real one. He knows it. You know, and when my son looks through his freaking soul, I'm telling you, this guy's gonna try to back off all this fight. I can't wait till my son sees him right in his freaking eyes. You know, because he's scared. And let me tell you something. When this fight is said and done, I want everybody to respect the Lopez from there on, because I am tired of people looking down at us like we don't know what we're doing. You know, we went through everything that Lomachenko went through. You know, the only difference is they gave him everything he wanted in the amateurs. You know, they didn't give us nothing. And that's why we're on top of the world right now, because we have to fight our way to get to where we at. It was never given to us.
You know, my son is you know, from Honduras. You know, he's half Honduras. You know, Honduras.
Oh yeah, great.
Yeah.
They got the best women out there, man.
Yeah, my wife was from La Ceiba.
Oh yeah, my uncle's from La Ceiba. Well, I was born in La Ceiba, but they got me like I was born in San Pedro Sula, but I was born in La Ceiba.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but my papers show me like I was born in San Pedro Sula.
Okay, I got you. So tell me this, there, Senior. What do you see? Well, I wanted to ask this first about the negotiation process. What was first? They were saying that, you know, Lomachenko, you know, purse was reduced. How did your son and yourself was able to negotiate to get the money that you asked for?
Listen, in the negotiations that we had for the May 30th fight, because it was already on, we was already negotiating the price and everything. You know, we getting 1/3 less than what we was gonna get on May 30th. You know, it's a big difference. It's 3 times more. So they come with this number, and we were like, "What the hell is going on with these guys?" You know, Lomachenko hardly makes over $2 million.
Yeah.
You know, and they're giving him 3.5. It's ridiculous. You know, I believe that if they would have gave Loma $3 million and my son his 1.8, that would have been a good pay. But I told my son, listen, man, do what you got to do. I'm not involved with this right now. You know, I was involved with all the negotiations before. I didn't do this one. And I told him, whatever the fuck you do, do not leave. Do not let this fight go, because it will never come back.
Okay.
This is the fight that's going to make you the next Manny Pacquiao in Top Rank. You need to take this fight. So he said, Dad, I understand. Don't worry. I'm not going to lose the fight. And I was worried about it, because every day I was like, oh, my God. You know, I hope, because I spoke with Bob in person, and I told Bob, man, what are you doing? You know, we got to make this fight happen. It's the biggest fight in the world. Once my son wins, it's freaking money all over the freaking place after that.
Yeah.
You know, so, and Bob was a little bit like saying that he didn't want it to come out of pocket and stuff like that. You know how people are. And I told Bob, you know, let's see what happens. And thank God my son agreed to it. There was some stuff given to him, but it was nothing from Lomachenko.
Okay. Do y'all see yourself staying with Top Rank in this matrimony for, you know, for long term, or doing your independence, you know what I'm saying, as you grow in the sport?
Of course. You know, they put us on the map. They build us up. They build my son up. And the best thing that we could do is be faithful to the company. I have nothing against Top Rank. They've been doing a great job. They've been doing exactly what I've been telling them to do. And negotiations have always been all right, you know, until this you know, this epidemic hit us, and that really screwed up a lot of things.
I got you.
Especially it hurt us big in the pockets. But you know, at the end of the day, the gifts that are going to be given to us are going to be freaking amazing, you know, because this fight is happening. And I really don't care about the money. You know, the money's always going to come. The money's always going to be there. You know, I'm just
But
looking
he's
for.
set a bar right now, there, Senior.
Say that.
He set a bar now, 2 million. He can only go up from there.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. But I mean, the way we're gonna beat this guy, and my son is gonna be the king of boxing. You know, and then he's gonna be the first man on this planet to unify the whole 135 weight division, and the only Latino to do it. So this is a Hall of Fame fight. You know, I mean, how good was it that God gave us this opportunity, man? That I always expected it to happen, and for me to have said this 2 years ago is just crazy, you know. And I want to hear Lomachenko say, "Yeah, go ahead."
You know, I was one of the voices, you know, not to take anything or devalue anything about, you know, the undisputed, but I was one of those people who's like, how long you've been in the sport of boxing? And I was saying, well, you know, how much emphasis are they going to put on the franchise vice the WBC super title? Now you gave me a little bit more clarification as to why you moving the route that you're moving. You haven't totally aborted the mission of having a fight, you know, with Devin Haney, but you're saying you're looking for bigger and better things at 140. You're looking to further expand Teo's career.
Exactly, but it all depends on my son. If he feels good, we've been on this weight for like 8 years. You got to understand that. You know, he won the Olympic trials in the United States at 132. That was back in 2015. So for him to be still at this same weight, you know, it's just unbelievable. I just can't believe it. I don't know where all his growth is going to, because he looks like a 165 pounder. I mean, 168 pounder. He's huge.
Yeah, I saw him swell up during when the pandemic was, you know, at his lowest point. I saw he had picked up some weight, and then he started getting back in the gym. It looked like he was muscling up.
Exactly, you know, but we don't lift weights. You know, all our workouts are like a lot of repetitions and universal machines. So, you know, because I do his physical trainer, I'm his physical trainer as well. I'm not only his coach.
Okay. So what's the highest division you see him going up to there, Senior? I mean, what's the highest division y'all plan on going to up in boxing?
Listen, because he's so special and he does so much better with the bigger guys. You know, I see him going all the way. He could go all the way to 168. You know.
Okay.
I mean, you know, because of his style, because of the way he fights, and because of the pop he has. You know, so he could handle those guys. He could mess around with those guys. You know. You know, I always have him like sparring with big guys like Sean Porter. He was like 17 years old, you know, and Sean is trying to like take his neck off. You know, I have him in there with Ugas. I've had him in there with a lot of top dudes, you know, and I just know that his career is just gonna get better and better and better as he grows, because he does better with the bigger guys because he's way faster, smarter. So he's gonna reign the 140, the 147, the 154, the 160, the 168. He's gonna go all the way. We're here to make history. We're here to. I want my son to be a Hall of Famer after this fight. He probably will. You know, being the first man to ever do it at 135 is just a blessing. You know, and our career is gonna go. Listen, and I'm telling you this right now. I'm the first person I'm gonna tell you this. His whole career is going to go without fighting again. No rematches. We're going to do it almost like Floyd, but we ain't going to give no rematch to nobody because we're going to beat everybody. You know, there's not going to be like no rematch clause because of the beating we're going to give these guys. and that's why I'm so happy, because we don't have a rematch clause on this fight. We're going to be done with this Lomachenko guy, set him back to the 130. And let him reign over there.
I hear that, man. You always have your optics zoomed in, man. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from the first time I seen you over there in Texas, you pretty much kept the same energy, believe it or not. I mean, you always said he was going to be world champion. I'm glad you clarified the WBC situation, because every time I hear the language, they say that Teofimo ducked and went over there to fight Richard Commey. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we ducked Devin Haney, but we fighting Lomachenko.
Hey, I hear you.
Come on, man. That's like, you know, everything I say is the truth. I speak the truth. I speak what I believe in, and I don't have to lie to nobody. My son is not scared of no man, and the only one he respects is me. You know, and the only one that he believes in is God. So, you know, he's going the right path. He's a good kid. He's not in trouble. He's not hanging out with the wrong people. He's married. He has a good life. You know, he's got his 3 little dogs. He's living a great life. So I'm really happy for him. You know, anything else that people talk about us is because I'm proud of my son, and because my son is accomplishing things that nobody has ever done. That makes me a bad person, because I speak, you know, great about my son because I believe in him. There's no man in this world that could beat my son right now. There's none.
Hey, Gordo said that, Senior. He said the only man I respect is my father. I heard him say it in person, man.
Yes, because I molded him. I made him who he is right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I love him, just like my daughters, just like everybody in my family. You know, he's his own man. That's a gift God gave him. You know, that's definitely not me. That's his gift. God wanted him to be great. You know, that's between him and God. I got nothing to do with that, you know, but I was just here to walk for God, because, you know, God can't do it. So I had to do it. So I walked through him. I get ideas that they're crazy. Like I say, like, where I get these ideas from, you know? And I really believe that God is guiding me, man, you know, because he wants something special with this kid. I don't know what it is, you know, and we'll find out. You know, that's why we're in an adventure right now, man. It's amazing. It's great to be alive right now in the Lopez family. It's really great, you know, and I feel so happy for him, you know, and I want everything for him, you know. I want him to be great. That's it. Like any other father would love to have their kids to be great, right?
Absolutely.
And it's an inspiration. So it's easy for me, you know, to talk the way I talk, you know. And I'm not blind, you know. I'm not going to talk something that I don't believe in, you know. I've seen him. Nobody ever outworked my son in sparring or in any activity that got to do with boxing, you know. There's a lot of people lying out there. You know, my son always gets the best out of every sparring match. And that's how, you know, I started believing in him a lot after 13 years old, when he was beating up world champions in sparring, you know. Yeah. And you can see a lot of things in sparring. A lot of people say sparring is sparring, but sparring with my son is not sparring. Hey, what's up, my man?
Yo, OG Teofimo.
There you go, baby. Because when my son spars, trust me, they want to take his neck out.
World Combat.
I had to show Punch Drunk some love, that Senior, man. He allowed me to come on his platform when you was on there. So, you know, I had to return the favor, man. Salute the Punch Drunk boxer, man.
There you go, man. The man to do it. What's that moonshine, baby?
Hey.
Huh? Hey. Shit, man. I gotta get me a Heineken just because of that, man.
Just because of that.
You got me hyped.
I got you hype. I got you lit.
You always get me hyped, man.
Hey, you don't have to make weight, Senior. You good. You can drink what you want.
I gotta take a shot. It's Happy Hour Thursday, World Combat. I gotta take a shot for all of y'all.
I hear that.
We miss you over here. This is my son's physical therapist, Murad. He's living with us in the house over here in Jersey.
What's up? What's up?
You know,
what's up?
You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
Coronavirus to a phone, man. I'm like, you can't pass coronavirus to a phone.
For real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. World was good, man. Great interview.
You know, she's a chef. She's a chef. She takes care of everybody over here.
Y el plato mío. Dame un plato, coño, que tengo hambre.
Yeah, dice,
uno pancake. I don't want nobody to see my face. Uno banana pancake, the best protein. Oh my God, look at this.
Oh.
No, I'm doing the nutrition for everybody, for real. Look. Come on, Junior.
Hey, Senior.
Nothing heavy, nothing. You cool up. It's delicioso.
Yo, she's the best, bro. You know, she was doing the nutrition for my son for like 14, all of his 13 fights.
That's what's up, man.
You know, she did a great job.
No, now it's clean. Now it's clean. I'm doing the team in the
Oh, now she's cooking for all the team.
No, I do everything. Yeah.
You know, the champ takes care of her.
That's what's up, man.
Hey, Senior. I wanted to tell your wife thank you. That time we went out to eat the dinner in Texas, you know, she bought a Long Island for me, man. It was good too. It's one of the best Long Islands I had. I always want to tell her thank you for that.
I think he froze.
What you been up to, Punch?
Man, I was just shopping with the family earlier, getting them fall winter gear ready.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Great interview, man. Great interview. Good insight.
Yeah, I had to do my reconnaissance. You know how it is, Punch. You know what I'm saying? I had to do my reconnaissance. I had to have Lopez on here, man. You know, either one of them, you know, before his big fight. And it's a big deal, man. It's history. You know what I'm saying? It's big time. It's history.
Yeah, it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy. So it might as well let's get it now. Let's get the information now, because you know, by the next 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks, it's gonna be all the media people's gonna want access. And
absolutely. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, you know, people that do this media, sometimes they don't know how difficult it is to you know, reach out to people that have the connections, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that, and learn how to network with one another. It's all about, you know, competition. You got to be in this group for them to tell you about this person. That's not how I work, man.
Yo, you know how gully I get into these press conferences. So I'm in New York. I got my camera on, right? I hope that the media credentials over there in Top Rank don't see this part. So I'm like that with my camera on, got my bag on, and I may believe like I'm in a rush, right? Like I'm just come from traffic. I see the guy on the door. Oh man, this New York City traffic. You see me with the camera on. Oh, you media guy? Yeah. Man, I'm fucking late. All right, go in. Hurry up. It already started.
Okay, all right. I see you. I see you.
Hey, it always works.
Yeah, man. I can't say I haven't did the same thing, man. You know that you know, at these fights, it's all about reconnaissance. Like you gotta make moves to get to a better position. Yeah. You have to, you know, because media credentials. I don't know what your media credentials. Have you ever got credentials on the floor, or you just got credentials to get in the building?
On the spot. Let's say when I did the Triple G Steve Rose, right? My name wasn't there. I couldn't get media credentials. Okay. But since I interviewed Eddie Hearn when I went to the Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua, that I sneaked on that one. But then Eddie Hearn remembered me. He like, oh yeah, like come through, you know?
Okay.
So I got on that one. Yeah, and I did also, which one I went on, the Amanda Serrano and Heather Hardy, Devin Haney card. That was a Devin Haney card in New York City. So you know, man, it is a competition. You know, you try to go to other media outlets. They ain't trying to help you because they're trying to get the same footage you trying to get. They're trying to get the same interview you trying to get. So but shout out to TBV too. TBV, the boxing voice. Ness.
Absolutely. Shout out to them. You know, doing the damn thing, man. And I also had to shout you out too, man, because I look at it like this: the small things to me is what matter, and that doesn't mean you have to do it because it's small, but you did it anyway. And you know, I appreciate the first time you dropped on here. You know, you did what you did, and I say, man, you know, I got respect for him because the way you handle yourself and the way you was talking about that particular intense situation. You know, you handle that shit like a grown-ass man supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So I said, no, man, I'm going to show this cat respect. You know what I'm saying? I like what you got going on with your channel. You put me on when Senior was over there. So I said, shit, I'm definitely going to return the favor, bro.
Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. You know, I mean, it's all about helping one another, man. It's so the boxing community is so small. You know, it's so small, but there's so a lot of people want to be against each other, not trying to look out for one another. I feel like, you know, I'm confident in the way I deliver my content, that I'm not trying to have in competition. I'm actually trying to be cool with everybody. You know, we're doing the same thing. It's still the same grind, still the same sacrifice. Is the sacrifice, is this, you know, man, look, I never came up to this to have beef with anybody or try to step on somebody's toes or nothing like that. You know, it's a boxing community. You know, it's
impossible, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible, man.
It is.
You just have to go through the current, the way you see fit, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's a gift.
I'm back. My bad, guys.
Back in.
You got
my phone died, man. My phone died.
You got your Henneken? You had your Corona, your Modelo?
I got it, baby. I got it. I'm good. It's just a little bit dark in here because I had to take the extension off to put in the charger.
All right.
Hey, see, what y'all feel about, you know, fighting in there with no crowd, man? I know you would have loved to have this on PPV or something like that.
Listen, it doesn't really make any difference because my son, when he's in the fight, he's zoned out. He doesn't even remember hearing the crowd or nothing. You know, he tells me, Dad, I don't hear nothing. I just zone out. You know, he goes into a tunnel vision and he's just like, his eyes are poised on the fighter. That's it, you know? So that's not going to be a problem. Yeah. You know, Lomachenko's people was already scared because they were saying that they didn't want to freaking fight in the Madison Square Garden because they didn't give him good, you know, they didn't give him a fair share in the last fight that they had there, you know?
They didn't kiss his ass.
One of Lomachenko's manager's fighter fought that night, and with the Commey fight, there was a guy there. I forgot his name, but there was a guy from the Lomachenko. Oh, the guy that fought. Now I remember the guy that fought Shakur Stevenson. Remember?
Damn, I don't remember that fight.
The guy that beat him in the Olympics.
Oh,
I mean, no,
okay.
Not Shakur. I'm sorry. I got it all mixed up.
Okay.
The kid from Ireland, Conwell.
Michael Conlon.
Michael Conlon, yeah, him. He fought that guy. Remember that he had lost to the Russian kid?
Yeah.
And Michael Conlon beat him.
Yeah.
And that kid belongs to the manager of Lomachenko. So he said that they didn't give him a fair share. They had him losing too bad. And that's why he didn't want to fight there.
They didn't want to fight because they figured because if I'm New York.
I really think that they didn't want my son to fight there because they feel like my son has 6 fights and 6 knockouts in the Madison Square Garden already. Yeah. So they felt like, you know, like the fans stir him up, you know, and that's not what it is. So they were hoping, like, they're happy that this fight is happening indoors because they think that my son is not, that feeds off the crowd, and that's not. They're gonna be really mistaken that night.
Hey, what y'all feel about, you know, finishing Richard Commey the way you did, man, and dominating fashion like that?
Listen, I told my son in the second round, you know, what are you doing? I don't want you out here, bro. I want you in the inside. This guy's dangerous, and he's ready to go because I saw in the last 30 seconds he was picking him up. He was catching and shooting. So I told my son, you already got him. You already adapted to him. You know, take him out. But I knew Commey had a good chin. So I told my son, you know, you're gonna hurt him. Look how God is, bro. Like, yeah. I told him exactly what's gonna happen. I said, you're gonna hurt him, and when you hurt him, I want you to jump on him, bro. Don't let him go. And that's exactly what he did.
Yo, guess what fight I was watching early this morning? The Teofimo Lopez Jr. versus the French dude in the Olympics.
Crazy, right?
And I saw it before, years ago, right?
That dude destroyed the guy that Lomachenko beat. That beat Lomachenko. Destroyed him in the Olympics after my son. He fought everybody after my son's fight. He fought everybody. That dude was not backing up like the way he was backing up for my son. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, that dude was like, he looked like 4 feet, 4 inches taller than Teofimo Lopez.
It doesn't really matter.
No, and the way they
robbed him. The guy's a slapper.
Yeah, the way they robbed, the way they robbed, like I knew it was a robbery years ago, but when I saw it again, I said, damn, they gave all 3 rounds to the French.
Even the commentators were going, wow. The commentator said, wow, they gave it to fucking the French dude. You know,
that was crazy.
The commentators were going, yo, it's beautiful to watch him. He's got a beautiful style, you know, like Floyd Mayweather style, you know. The commentators were saying this. And if you hear the crowd in the back, they were screaming Honduras.
Yeah.
Honduras. All the crowd was with my son. They booed that shit, bro.
Yeah, man.
They booed it. That's when I went crazy. And I was all over the media in Brazil. I was in all the newspapers because I was saying that they were corrupted and they wanted me to apologize. AIBA. They called Honduras. They called the people from Honduras and said, we're not going to allow nobody from your country back into the Olympic Games if you guys don't apologize. And I told them, yo, tell them to go stick their fingers up their ass. Cause I don't give a damn. We're not going to amateurs no more. We're going pro.
Yeah, but even people should look at the amateur fights when people say the notion that I do hate when people say that Teofimo Lopez Jr. is flat-footed. The dude could beat you straight from the outside.
Listen, my son was a boxer in all his amateur career. He was never a strong fighter like the way he is now. I implemented that on him. I started watching a lot of tapes on the heavyweights, especially Mike Tyson. And I figured it out that this game, you can't leave it to the judges, bro. You know, so then I started implementing that style on him, that catch and shoot style, you know, that you can be in the pocket and not get hit, you know. Something like Lights Out Tony, you know. That's another guy that I took a lot of I saw a lot of his fights and implemented a lot of styles on my son from different fighters. And that's how I became so good on teaching him. My son can stay in the pocket and catch everything you throw.
Yeah.
You know, Lomachenko's never had a fighter like that. You know, all these fighters, you know, they do that picky boo shit when they lock up. And Lomachenko loves that because he'll tear you apart if you do that. My son doesn't do that. You know, my son stays out of the distance. We call it the pyramid. And once you cross that line, man, you're going to get popped. You know, and come on October 17th, everybody's going to understand what I'm trying to say. You know, we got different ways of beating this guy. Different ways. You know, he only got one way. That double stepping back, that going forward, that going to the side. That's the only shit that he does, bro. You know? And he's never faced a guy that's, to me, I swear, man, and you're gonna know, you're gonna see it in the fight. My son is way faster than this dude. This dude is not faster than my son, you know, and my son is smarter and he sets up traps. You know, my son, when he's in there, bro, he's got a really high IQ. Even Lomachenko saying it now.
Yeah, he did say that.
Because he ain't stupid. He knows what he's looking at. You know, if you sit down and look at my son's fights, man, I'm telling you, he's special. He's special. Every movement he's making in there is just to trick you, to set you up. You know?
Hey, Senior, this is Kano Loco Sports, man. He's a big time down there in Florida. You know, he's a big deal, man. You know, hey, give a shout out there, Kano.
Hey, man, how you doing, Junior, man? Look,
man, we're doing great, man. We're doing great, man. We on the A side right now, baby.
Man, you know, listen, I've been getting ridiculed for the last several months, man, because I keep saying that Teofimo Lopez is going to knock this fool out. So I am dying for this day to come.
Bro, listen, there is no way out. This guy is going to get bodied, bro. I'm telling you. And I'm not saying like, you know, we're going to kill him. I'm just saying we're going to put a hurting to this dude, bro. You know, and especially the way he's been talking about us, like we clowns. You know, where's the clown now, bro? Where's the clown now? We on top of the world, bro. My son is the first Olympian, to win a real world title from all the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? My son could have got gold, bro. We beat that French dude, you know, and that's why my son doesn't leave it to the judges no more.
Correct.
No doubt, man. I wanted to tell you, man, I got a real close friend that I'm pretty sure you know, and he speaks highly of your son because he spars with him all the time. They help each other spar. Abraham Supernova, can you tell us about them sessions?
Well, but Abraham Nova knows what the deal is, you know what I'm saying? And he even said it that we was gonna knock this dude out. I mean, Abraham Nova made good money on that fight with us. I think he made like 35 grand.
Yeah.
He betted $10,000 on my son.
Definitely. And he invested in some property too.
Bro, that dude made 35 grand. I was like, bro, good for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people's gonna love us because a lot of people are about to make a lot of money right now.
Yeah. Yep.
You know?
Supernova's made me money though.
Yeah. You know, he's a good fighter. You know, he gives us a lot of good work. That's why we bring him in. You know, we didn't bring him into this camp because he's not a southpaw. But we got Josue Vargas. He's giving us great work. You know, he's also going to be in the card. So, you know, cheer him on. Josue Vargas, he's from the Bronx. He's from your part of town. So, you know, he'll be fighting in the card.
Yeah, Josue Vargas, he's going to be facing Castaneda, right?
Yeah, I believe so. But I think they changed his fights. Like, they changed like twice. So I don't know who he's really facing.
Yeah, he's facing Castaneda, man. I know them both. That's why I know they're fighting, man. I didn't even make a prediction for that fight because, you know, when you know them both, I just like, I'm staying out of that one, man. Made a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this guy's ranked like number 80, right?
Yeah.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
He got robbed in Kissimmee, though.
He was better off with that other kid that Devin Haney beat.
Well, yeah.
What was his name? Moran?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to fight him in the beginning. You know, and I told Josue, I say, that's an easy fight for you, bro. You're going to just walk right through that dude. And he would have looked a little bit better, you know, because he's a little bit ranked a little bit better than the guy that he's facing now. So, but Josue's doing good. He's giving us some good work. You know, he's walking around like 160. I don't know how big he is, but he's way bigger than my son right now. And we're getting that good work, you know, because I always work with the bigger fighters at the beginning so my son can load up. And then I bring in the smaller guys starting Monday next week.
All right.
Brings me to my other point, man. I'm getting tired of people saying that about this boxing and this and that, man. Do they not understand that Teofimo Lopez has angles, that he can box? He's got great timing. I'm like, man, what are these fools looking at? Are they not studying the tape?
Listen to me. Who looks prettier doing it? Who looks prettier? This guy only got one highlight of him knocking out that freaking bum Puerto Rican 122-pounder.
Yeah,
what was his name?
Yeah.
Martinez?
Yeah.
That's the only highlight he got. And that crawler freaking bum that was freaking sitting on his ass the whole fight. Like, me and my son started laughing. I told my son, don't even watch this shit, bro. And I left. I went to go get me a fucking Heineken.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch that fight, bro. that fight was whack as hell, man. That guy looked like he was running for his life.
Yeah. Yes. Senior, when was the last southpaw y'all faced? Professional.
Freaking Diego Magdaleno, bro. You don't see what we did to that dude?
7th round knockout.
Yeah.
My son loves southpaws, bro. He just loves them, bro, because he likes to show off with the southpaws, man. You didn't see that backspin punch that he threw, and then he winked at the freaking camera.
I posted that one.
The commentators was like, yo, did you just see what he did? And he winked at us.
Man, the other thing I say, I know this is an interview, but the other thing I say is Linares was hitting Lomachenko with his right hand anytime he wanted to. And there's no way in the hell anybody's going to tell me that he's got a better right hand.
Bro, I saw Linares sparring Magdaleno, bro, and they were like point to point. They were point to point. Like, the Magdaleno was getting some good shots. Linares was getting some good shots. You know, and this was like, when he was preparing to fight Loma.
Right.
So those are not caliber fighters, bro. These people are being lied to, man. Then he comes and gets knocked the hell out, bro, by a 140-pounder that nobody even knows.
Yeah.
Come on, man. And this guy Linares is saying that Lomachenko has lost it because of him. Get the hell out of here.
Oh.
That was a perfect fight for Lomachenko because every time Linares threw that right hand, he would get stuck. And nobody came in and fucking beat the shit out of him. It's common sense, bro. You can see it. Loma likes that shit. He waits for you to throw that right hand because you can't do nothing after you throw that right hand. You're stuck.
Thing about it is, Teofimo has way more power than Linares.
Bro,
he landed his right. It ain't gonna be the same situation.
Listen, we got something after that right hand, and that's what's gonna dictate this fight, bro. I'm not gonna say that much, but that dude thinks that we're gonna get stuck. We ain't getting stuck. You know what I'm saying?
I know better.
And he's gonna understand what I'm talking about when that night comes, because we're ready for it. We know all his tricks, man. Bro, that's what I do, man. That's what God gave me. God gave me the gift of eyesight, bro. I could see things that nobody else could see. Like people like you could see it. You know what I'm saying? Like Punch Drunk could see it. You could see it, but there's not a lot of people who can see it. A lot of people are biased, bro. If you could sit down and watch what this kid is doing, it's just incredible, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, my son, when you touch his elbow, he's snapping that right hand at you, bro. That uppercut is coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my punch, though. That's my punch.
Boxing.
That's my punch. I'm calling it right now, yo. That's my punch.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the uppercut, the counter,
you touch my
the shoulder roll uppercut.
You touch my son's shoulder, straight right hand. You touch my son's elbow, he's gonna pop you with an uppercut. And Lomachenko hates uppercuts.
So how's Teofimo's mood right now, man, leading up to this fight? How's he feeling?
I'm not saying a lot and I'm not saying little, because it really doesn't even matter, because with his speed, you can't time that shit. You can't. We got millions way to beat this guy. This guy only got one.
I said this about a month ago.
Shit that he does to the freaking left. You're gonna see what we're gonna do with that.
I said this in one of my previous videos that he's got several ways to attack Lomachenko. So this is not something that I'm saying because Junior's on the panel, man. I've been preaching this for months now.
There's so many things that he does, and people don't understand it, bro. Especially that Ronald Rivas fight. Remember that Ronald Rivas fight with that left hook, check left hook in the Madison Square Garden? I think that was his first knockout at the Madison. I remember, what's this guy's name? Goodman came up to me. Brad Goodman came up to me and told me, "Your son is gonna be the king of New York, baby." I already see it. He was so hyped and hugged me. That's our matchmaker. And Bruce Trampler too. Bruce Trampler gave me his blessing about a week ago. He says, "You guys keep on doing your work, man. You're doing a great job." Even Bob Arum saying that my son, the stars are shining really hard right now for him. So this is a fight that everybody wants him to win. If they even ask Lomachenko, who you think they want to win, you or Lopez? And he goes, of course Lopez, because Lopez will become a superstar. Once he beats me, I would only be a star, So he knows it himself, So, he's saying to himself, this guy is so truthful, bro. Like everything he says, except for that big ass lie that he said that was a lucky punch for my son. He wants to put that in his head. You know why? Because he was going for Commey.
I never understood a fighter saying that about another fighter, man. Knowing how boxing is, man, that was very irresponsible of him to even say.
Bro, my son is looking at this guy, timing him, and he just lets it go, bro, on the pocket. And you gotta tell me we practice that shit, because every time Commey throws a right hand, he leaves his chin out like right there. So we practice that shot. That over right hand we throw, because we stay away from the other right hand. You know, I made that freaking punch, bro. I always do. I always tell my son to throw that punch because you get away from the right hand in case somebody else is throwing it. You know, that's why we clipped him.
Another guy that holds his chin up high is Ryan Garcia.
Oh my God.
Throwing a hook too.
That's gonna be a ridiculous fight, bro, with him and Campbell, bro. I hope that shit fucking is made. Yeah, and I want Ryan to win. I want Ryan to win because Luke Campbell already got like what 2-3 losses. We don't want no we don't want no losing. Yeah, so you know, man, he's ready. But I really don't believe this kid is ready. You know, I
you
just
see
wish
the same
him
thing
the luck.
I do, right?
Yeah,
his chin is always up high too.
I wish him the luck, but I don't think he could beat Luke Campbell.
Yeah, I'm going for Ryan on this one, but you know, you could learn a lot of things, man. He could learn a lot of things in the midst of preparation.
Listen to me, that check left hook that he throws, it only works on small dudes that walk into it. Okay, Luke Campbell don't fight like that, and that's where he's gonna have problems.
I think Luke Campbell's a smarter fighter. He's gonna try to take advantage of that chin being high.
Exactly. Yeah. He's a gold medalist. You know, I don't really believe too much in the amateurs, but I mean, the guy's been there, done that, and I think that this is a fight that he really needs to win. You know, because every time they've given this guy an opportunity to be great, he's always failed. You know, so I really believe that this time he's gonna get his shit together and beat this little boy.
Can I ask to the rest of the panel? And now you, Tio, you just gotta listen. How would you think Teofimo Lopez could lose this fight? Let's go, World. Kano, what's good?
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Anyone. How you think he could lose this fight?
I don't see him losing this fight. I just don't see a scenario where he does at all.
At one point in time, we can look at the movement of Lomachenko. But
I just don't see it. That movement is an illusion, man. Y'all are getting fooled by these damn movement, man.
Oh, not
I'm talking about fights ago, several fights ago. Teofimo progressed to a whole nother level right now, man.
Man, listen, man, I just ain't never had respect for Lomachenko, man. I'm one dude that Lomachenko probably hates because I talk shit about him every day. Bro, I don't like the man.
Well, I did too. I said he was overrated, and they kicked me out of the groups.
Look at his tapes. Look at this guy's tapes. He gets hit by bums all night. I think gets hit all night. My son has never been hit with a combo. Show it to me. Videotape it and send it to me. You're never gonna see my son get hit with a combination, bro.
Listen, the only way Lomachenko ever wins is when the opponent gives him time to think. I don't see Teofimo giving him time to think. I just don't see it.
Why you think they're always bashing on my son? Because they hit him with a jab. Oh my God, big fucking thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because he hardly gets hit.
I think the aura, the invincibility was never there for me with Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko got great skills. You know, I gotta give respect to Lomachenko because I want Teofimo Lopez to get his just due when he beats Lomachenko. So I give all the credit that Lomachenko possessed, but the aura of him being invincible and the Matrix aura is not relevant to me.
You know what it is, man? Everybody that walks into that ring walks in scared of him. Teofimo ain't scared of this punk.
He ain't scared of no man, bro. You know what my son told me? He ain't even fucking scared. When he walks into that ring, not like Mike Tyson used to say that he was nervous, and then when he walked in and looked at guys in the eye, everything will go away. My son is not like that. My son is not nervous at all. He just want to show up. He want to show. That's what he wants to do, and you can see it in his eyes, man. He's like a freaking snake in there, ready to bite you. You know,
they get no excuses, man. Lomachenko,
you gotta live with the kid. You gotta live with him, eat with him, see what it's all about, what he does in the sparring and sessions and everything, and then you understand where I'm coming from. But people don't know that because they don't live with him. They don't see him every day. This guy's gonna rip this guy apart. And my son don't miss.
Difference is I know. Hey, the difference is I know people that spar with with your son. So I already know what he's bringing to the table, man. I just don't say it because, you know, out of respect, you know, they tell me not to say nothing, but I know what he's bringing to the table. And this is why I've been so confident this whole year about Teofimo beating Lomachenko, and it's gonna make it look easy. That's the funny part. He's gonna make the shit look easy.
Oh man,
Bro, I've been saying it. I've been saying it. The better the competition, the easier it's going to be for us. Because when a real fighter goes in there that has rhythm, that knows how to box, my son could read you. You know who the worst fighters? The guys that throw punches from different angles, and you don't know where the hell they're throwing them from.
Yeah.
You know?
Man, I just see Junior got the accuracy, got the athleticism, got the power. Now, if he just had power, right, and his accuracy with no athleticism, but I think he's superior in athleticism.
I wouldn't put him to fight with Loma.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put him to fight with Loma. Listen, to me, my son is smarter than him, faster than him, younger, stronger. We got it all, bro. We just got to show up.
Yeah. I say he got every answer to Loma's questions.
Exactly. And the way I talk is the way my son feels. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying like D-Style. Like D-Style boxing. Shout out to D-Style boxing. He says Teofimo Lopez. In other words, he's the matrix solver. That's what he calls him.
Yeah, but there's no matrix there, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, they ain't.
You know?
You can't be the matrix again.
The matrix is dodging bullets, bro. This guy doesn't dodge a freaking a body ball. You know?
Yeah, he was being tested up by Miguel Mariaga.
This guy gets hit, bro.
Yeah.
You know? And you know, and I'm gonna keep on talking. You know, he says that his father told him that you're strong when you keep quiet. And the talker is the weak link. We're gonna see which one is better. Come October 17th.
Y'all undefeated with you talking all day, so keep on talking. Keep on talking.
For real.
Exactly.
They scared.
Yo,
they scared. Keep on talking.
Find me that video because I can't find it. But there's a video of me with a big gold chain, and I predict this happening. And this was like about 2 years ago or a year and a half. When I said we was gonna knock this dude out in 16 fights.
Man,
I remember.
Find that video.
I remember it.
I think you said it in Texas too, man.
Yeah, I said and in the 16 fight we're gonna knock his head off.
You said it too many times that probably we can't find that video, man.
No, it's an old one with me with a chain, and my son is right back of me. But bro, listen, I predicted this fight. I feel bad for that guy because they're not gonna remember him for those 2 gold medals that he has won, or the 3 world titles that he has won. They're gonna remember him for the beat ass that he's gonna get from my son. I can't wait for this fight, bro. I'm serious, man.
You can't either, man.
I'm going into this fight more confident than I did with Commey.
Damn.
Because Commey at least had a pop. He has something, you know. Even though my son has a great chin.
Yeah, he's shown that as well.
You know.
But Lomachenko have shown that he could get down and get back up. I'm gonna give him credit for it.
He didn't get back up from this.
Well, man, we gotta come on. We gotta build a little bit.
I can't do it.
We gotta build Loma a little bit.
I can't do it, man. He's not.
I don't think the power is gonna be the same, man. The power is not gonna be the same until
I've done all the scenarios. I try to figure out what this guy could do to hurt us. There's nothing, nada. He's got no punch.
Not even bite his ear, nothing.
Nothing. He got shit. Or he could survive a little bit by running like a motherfucker, but we're gonna catch him. We're gonna get him.
All I'm gonna say is Octubre 17 es hora de comer, puñeta, es hora de comer.
Bro, we're gonna have the first Latin champion to unify a whole weight division at 135, bro. I'm fucking happy with that. And we're gonna and plus that, they put the icing on the pudding, bro. They're gonna give us a Ring Magazine freaking belt. That's amazing. I'm so happy, man. We get 5 belts that night. And Mauricio Suleiman told me he's making it special for him. He's gonna make a nice brand new WBC belt with franchise written on it.
Okay.
Buddy Ace's MXBC wants to ask, what's Teofimo's weight right now? I don't know if you're allowed to say that yet or not, but
148.
148.
Yeah. But about this time with Commey, he was at 154. So we really ahead of schedule. He actually cannot lose the weight right now because it's like all water weight. He's got like about 10, 11 pounds of water weight.
Hey, Junior, they'll run with that right there. They're going to run with that. They say, oh, Tio, he's welterweight right now. He's not going to be ready for the fight.
Get out of here. That's all water, baby. That's all water. He drinks 2 gallons of water a day.
He's on pace, man. He's on a good pace.
How much is 2 gallons of water? It's like 15 pounds, right? Something like that.
Give or take. Rough estimate, yeah.
He'll be good. He'll be good.
You know, we good, man. We good.
He ain't tank. He ain't tank. He ain't tank. He be good.
Yeah. You know, no, get the hell out of here. I wouldn't be in this corner.
Oh, man.
I'm not gonna make myself look like an idiot.
What's trying to start some shit now?
I told him, I said, yo, you better not get into that lifestyle because I ain't going in your corner like that. Hell no. Shit. We never lost weight in the amateurs. We never lost weight in the pros. And he's been at this weight for 8 years already.
Yeah, when I was talking to Luis Collazo, he said that's one of the most disrespectful thing you could do to your opponent is miss weight.
Exactly. You're not taking it serious, you know. And this guy, they've been fed with a silver spoon from the beginning, you know, and that's why they don't fight hard for it, you know. They don't have that hunger that you know that we have, because all our lives we've been fighting to get to where we at, you know. We've been doing it by knockouts. We've been doing it by not leaving it to the judges, you know, winning every round. I have never seen my son lose a round since he started the pros.
Is that where your passion comes from? Because you're just not fighting it's not your son just fighting in the ring, but fighting outside the ring, just fighting the politics
bro, it's
of
like
it.
a video game, bro. It's like I'm inside there. I'm like, whoa. I'm pressing the buttons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he does everything I tell him to do, and I love it. You know, I'm playing a game, and I find out the weakest part or anything that you're doing that's gonna help my son, and I let him know in the corner. You know, I'm not what you call it, a cheerleader. You know, I tell my son exactly what he got to do. You know, I'm not a motivational coach. I don't tell my son, man, you're doing great, man. Keep on. Just keep on going, man. Go forward. Come on, you're strong. Do it for your daughter. Do it for your dogs. Do it for your mother. Do it for this, you know. I'm not that kind of motivational coach. I'm a real coach. I tell my son exactly what's working and what's not working, and we figure it out. You know,
man, we hear your voice in the amateurs and the Olympics, man. They look like we heard. All I'm hearing is your voice telling him what to do. Yo, throw that jab, keep throwing that jab, all that.
Bro, I used to take my son's fucking headgear off him when they used to rob us, and I used to throw it at the judges.
Damn.
We believe it.
Crazy, bro. I got suspended so many times.
Yo,
you know,
is that
because
passion, man?
You know, I've always been passionate with. I've been passionate with my son from the day he was born, bro. You know, that's my son. That's my blood. That's everything I got, man. My family's number one. And if I could motivate him to do the things he's doing right now, man, and am I getting this energy from God, bro? Why not? Why not? You know, and hate me or love me, bro. We always gonna win.
Hey, that's the attitude you should have, man. You never should feel any different. You know
this
what I'm saying?
Bubble, man.
Say what?
This bubble, man. I will tell you this, Senior. This bubble, man. Be prepared for the bubble, man. Because, man, I'll tell you, I've been there. It's hard to rehydrate, man, the way they got their shit set up, man.
Yeah, but we got to get special treatment, so that doesn't matter. You know, this is a special fight. He's got a couple of things that he demanded, and we're getting it.
Oh, good,
you know,
good,
so we could keep that weight and feel like we're still in camp, you know. So we already talked that with Bob, and Bob is gonna make everything happen for us. So, you know, I think they're doing the same thing to Lomachenko. You know, I don't want nobody to gain more than the other fighter. I want everybody to have the same things. I don't want excuses after this fight. You know, I want this guy out the 135 and just to shut up and go back with his freaking father and start touching freaking numbers on the freaking wall.
Definitely. See, that's the difference, man, between being that's the difference between being big time and where I'm at, man. I couldn't do no demands like that. I'm glad you were able to get all that squared away, man. I'm really happy to hear that.
It's the biggest fight in boxing, baby.
Yeah, true that.
No, we made it happen, baby.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of sweat and tears. You know, that's why the episode is called Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna come out October 4th. I don't want you guys to miss it. It's gonna be a lot of stuff in there, you know, about how this fight was built up and you know, all the commentating from the whole scene. It's gonna be like a 24/7 type of thing, you know. So we're doing a couple of episodes before the fight to hype it up. It's gonna be out. It's gonna be aired on October 4th, and that's what they told me. I don't know. I think that falls on a Sunday, right?
Let me see.
October 4th.
Now we all looking at our calendar. Shoot.
Yeah, for real.
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. Sunday,
Yeah, it's on
Domingo,
Sunday.
Church Day.
October 4th is
Domingo.
the first. October 4th is the first episode. They have a little clip of it. I don't know if you've seen it on YouTube. It's called Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And you got Lomachenko talking about what he's saying about what Lomachenko said about his father, that he says that the people that talk trash, that talk a lot, ain't gonna do shit. Well, that's not the way we ride over here in freaking the United States, man. You know,
for real.
Shit. We when we talk is because we believe and we know that's gonna happen. You know, they have a different notion over there, wherever he's from, Ukraine, and he's saying that we're disrespecting him and that, you know, that he's coming to kill my son. So that's what I want. Exactly what I want. I want the best Lomachenko that night.
No excuses.
No excuses. I want the best Lomachenko, bro. You know,
Hey, you think they're gonna move You think they're gonna move Gordo up in the pound for pound list if he, you know, when he defeat Lomachenko or what?
you know they're not gonna do that, man. They're not gonna do that,
man. You know,
They're still gonna be fucking with us, but that's gonna help us more. I don't want nothing easy. My son said it too. I don't want it. You know, I don't think I deserve it. My son said it. I don't think I deserve it yet. I got more things to accomplish. This guy is nothing. This guy is not gonna make us pound for pound kings, you know. But it's a beginning.
I'm gonna put him up there.
He should be our top 5 at least.
I'm gonna put him on top 5.
He'll be on my list.
Put him on top 5, especially the way we're gonna do this, dude.
He's gonna be on my list. I know that.
Yeah. So you know, we fight for those things, you know, because I want him to be the greatest that ever lived, and we doing it by fighting, bro. We're not doing it by running. You know, we're doing it by fighting. We ain't scared of nobody, and my son is nice and healthy. You know, he went to go do his retina today. He went and he told me he has nothing damage in his eyes, you know, because a lot of boxers get, you know, the small little veins or whatever, they get popped up or something. My son is like he's never fought before. You know, that's what the doctor told him. He's got 20/20 vision. So the eye test was great today. You know, he's been doing all the testing, and we had a great time today in the field. You know, we did some sprinting, and he's very, very, very ready for this fight, bro. I never seen him like this. I mean, this is the best I ever seen him. But I say that all the time because every fight he gets better. You know, like you was telling.
He's not even in his prime. He should. He's not even in his prime.
He was telling me from World Combat Sports. He was telling me just right now that he's getting better every fight.
Yeah, he's getting better, man. 23 years old.
Can you imagine 25, 26?
Baby, we got a whole year at 23.
For real.
Pass me the moonshine, punch drunk down.
That was like a month and a half ago.
Pass me the moonshine.
Hey, I'm about to finish it, my brother.
Man, I gotta go back to the refrigerator. I gotta go back to the fridge. But I'm scared of. Oh no, I got 60%. I'm good. Let me go to the fridge. But yeah, man, I'm just enjoying talking to you guys, man, and thank God, that you called me because I wanted to let this all out. I love that they have us 3-1. You know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I want to be the underdog always, you know, because the victory is so much sweeter.
Yep.
And they're gonna win me some more money too. So
yeah, I got Matthew Gonzalez here. He's been helping us out too. Say what's up to him.
What up? What up?
Yo, what's up, guys? Matthew
Hey, what's going on?
Gonzalez right here. 10-0, 6 KOs. We helping the champ get ready. And come October 17th, Loma's going tonight. We're going night.
That's what I'm talking about, damn it. We're going night, damn it.
over here.
Yeah, he's going to sleep, hands down, guaranteed. Teofimo's punching way too hard right now, and Lomachenko belongs at 126. He's trying to play with the big boys, and he don't belong here.
Hey, I'm going straight to Beth and Beyond, get some pillows for Lomachenko. Put it that way. I'm going to Beth and Beyond. About to get some pillows.
You don't really know how hard a person hits until you in there with them. And me, I'm a strong 140, so if I'm feeling this guy's punches, this guy's firepower is for real. And come October 17th, it's gonna be on display.
That's what's up, big dog.
I see a picture of Lomachenko on his back. At the same time, Teofimo was doing his flip. That's what I see.
Yeah, he's gonna be doing his back flip while he's laid out. 100%.
Yeah.
I think they'll stop it before he hits that. I think they'll stop it. They'll stop it.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna be able to stop it. I think that he's gonna be already out by the time they get to stop it. Yeah. So any hand that he's gonna be doing, serious damage with.
But hey, if Lomachenko's on his back when Teofimo does his backflip, I want y'all to come to my channel, and tell me, yo, damn, you was right, bro.
Yeah, you predicted it.
You're gonna dance salsa off that backflip.
Yes. Salsa, pura salsa. Salsa merengue.
We're looking for his post-fight celebration too, man. We're always looking for that.
Yeah.
So we said it first. You guys heard it first from me. I'm gonna put Junior, the man behind the scenes, back on.
All right, appreciate it. Salute to you. Thanks for stopping in, man.
The man who started the takeover from the jump, right here.
There you go, baby. Hey, listen, I want you guys to say what's up to my assistant coach. You know, I got an assistant coach now.
Definitely,
man. Huh?
They moving on up. The Lopez is moving on up, getting assistant coaches now. Don't break the formula, bro.
Hey, but listen, Joey Camacho for Julio Cesar Chavez gave him a good fight, and he's helping me out, man. He's doing a great job. He's simulating Lomachenko perfectly, and I got him over here. Say what's up.
Hey, what's up? Teofimo's looking great. He's working hard, working smart. We're all together. This is no upset to us. We know what he's doing.
And Joe might be a spy because he worked with Lomachenko before. No, that's my boy, bro. He's good.
A while ago.
Shit.
Man, that's why they nervous, huh? Team.
Hey, Joe, how y'all link up? How you link up with Lopez, Team Lopez?
I was the manager, Dave McWater. He had got a hold of me, and we talked about it and stuff, and it just came together. You can take it downstairs. Yeah, we started working together, and it worked out great. The father and I got along good, and the family, and we it all worked good. I started with the Commey fight with the father, and the father's built him already, so he's a terrific fighter, just a natural. I mean, a guy's a former national Golden Glove champion, Olympic trials champion, Olympian. I mean, he's got a lot of amateur experience himself, a great background.
Awesome.
Not all that's taken in consideration. I know when you hear 2 Olympic gold medals, you don't care always to look at the other guy, but Teofimo had a big amateur background, real special fighter. And he's been on the quieter side than Lomachenko, and this is the big surprise. Everybody knows Loma, but they don't know Teofimo. They're gonna know him now.
But it ain't gonna be a surprise to me.
Yeah, ain't not a surprise.
I
Not
believe
gonna be a
it.
surprise to me, man. I've been talking this knockouts for months now, man. It's not gonna be a surprise to me. I know the boy can box.
Yeah, man.
And can punch.
They hate me so much they think my last name is Lopez.
Well, hey,
I'm just making a prediction. Sheesh.
yeah. It shouldn't be a surprise. You guys aren't surprised, but for others, they're going to be very surprised because he's going to handle Lomachenko, and people they just don't understand it.
They don't understand it because they ain't never worked in boxing. I work in the gym, so I study everything, I got fighters in the gym, so I'm like, look, I look at every little detail, man. Everybody's looking at the punches. I'm looking at their feet, their angles, their move. I'm looking at all the other shit nobody wants to look at. That's how I study.
I hear you. Like Papa Lopez says, by the inch it's a cinch, by the yard it's hard.
Yeah.
Yo, but fellas, I gotta check out. Good listening to y'all. I'm going live on mine later on. So God bless y'all. Man, Teofimo Lopez, y'all already know. I'm rocking with y'all. Kano, World Combat, Professor.
Pleasure to meet you, Punch Drunk. Pleasure.
Me too.
Hey, appreciate you stopping in there, Punch Drunk. Always a pleasure, man. Respect. Come on, Local Sports, the same to you, man.
Thank you.
See you later, guys. Me too. I'm out.
All right.
Hey, Team Lopez, thank you for stopping in.
There you go. That's Joe Camacho, baby.
Hey, and I'm gonna get off of here. Appreciate your time, Junior. Man, my lady looking at me weird already. She been looking at me weird for the last 20 minutes, so I better get off of here.
Okay, don't
man.
worry, man. We already talked about everything, so
Hey, Junior, thanks for stopping through, man. Much appreciated.
You got it, guys.
Appreciate
Anytime,
stopping
man.
through there, Junior.
Love you guys. Take care.
All right, good luck out there, man. Hey, Junior, thanks for stopping through, man. Salute to y'all and best wishes out there. Hey, that's gonna do it for this live stream. Thank Team Lopez, the Takeover, Operation Takeover, for stopping through on the eve of their big fight next month for the unification of the lightweight division, man. You know what it is. It's always a pleasure speaking to the ones that's at the top. You know what I'm saying? That's doing it big in the sport of boxing, especially with the Team Lopez having the opportunity to cover them previously. It's always a pleasure. Good people, very good people, man. His dad has always talked his son's success and him winning the championship to fruition. He's always talked it up the same energy each and every time. And, people are going to say what they say about it, but it pretty much turned out the way he was saying, in 15 fights, championship. And now he's fighting for the undisputed. That's a big deal, y'all. That's huge. You can't say nothing. You can't make no excuses. You can't say nothing, So everybody who stopped through, man, I appreciate you. Salute, support, always, Kano Local Sports and everybody else, man. Salute y'all for stopping through. Rob was in the building. Hype 2 Beast. Velocity. What's good? And that's all I got for today, man. Appreciate everybody for stopping through and everything. Got a phone call. Hey, I would definitely holler at y'all, man. Continue to support, turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. And shout out to Team Lopez for stopping through and giving an interview with World Combat Sports. Salute.